This right here is a mini PC you can find almost anywhere in an office environment. On the used market, especially on eBay, these machines usually sell for around $80. And no, this isn't some ancient dinosaur running on an old LGA 775 platform. This is actually a fairly modern office PC that's still perfectly usable for everyday tasks. But there is one big problem. When it comes to gaming, this thing is honestly pretty terrible. Integrated graphics, limited power, and hardware designed for spreadsheets rather than games means most modern titles struggle badly on a machine like this. So in this video, I'm going to try something a little different. Instead of upgrading the hardware, I'm going to upgrade the operating system. The goal is to squeeze as much performance as possible out of this tiny machine and see if we can push it far enough to actually run some popular modern games. And the secret weapon I'll be using is Phoenix OS, an Android-based operating system designed to run mobile games smoothly on PC hardware. If everything works as expected, this little office PC might just transform into a surprisingly capable Android gaming machine. First, let's quickly go over the performance of this machine. Inside, we've got an Intel Core i3-8100, a 4-core, 4-thread processor with a maximum clock speed of 3.6 GHz. For memory, it comes with 8 GB of DDR4 RAM, which is more than enough for office work and light multitasking. But here's the catch. This system was built purely for office use, so there's no dedicated GPU, and more importantly, no PCIe by 16 slot for easy GPU upgrades. That means all the graphics performance depends entirely on the integrated GPU inside the CPU, which is fine for basic tasks like browsing or watching videos. But when it comes to gaming, that's where things start to fall apart. When I tested Minecraft at 8 chunks, the game hovered around 30 frames per second. It's technically playable, but not enjoyable. Both CPU and iGPU were nearly maxed out, causing noticeable stutter. Switching to dead cells, performance improved significantly. FPS stayed around 80, the CPU load was light, but the GPU was running almost at full capacity. There were a few drops during intense fights, but overall the experience was much smoother. Lighter games run great, but once you push into heavier workloads, the limits show up pretty quickly. And honestly, this is exactly where Phoenix OS starts to make sense. As you probably already know, Microsoft Windows has basically dominated the PC world for decades. It's the default choice for most users, flexible enough for both work and gaming. But that do-it-all nature comes with a downside. Windows carries a lot of background services, system overhead, and extra features that make it feel. But when it comes to gaming, that's where things start to fall apart. Like Office mini PCs that were never designed for entertainment or gaming in the first place. And that's where things get interesting. Because Windows isn't the only option, we can actually switch to an Android-based platform like Phoenix OS, an operating system built to run on much weaker hardware. And that brings a very clear advantage: performance. Instead of carrying the weight of a full desktop OS, Phoenix OS focuses on being lightweight, simple, and efficient. No unnecessary background processes, no heavy system load, just a streamlined environment designed to run apps and games as directly as possible. And for a machine like this, that difference can be a game changer. If you're into mobile games, Phoenix OS is actually a huge advantage. On Microsoft Windows, you normally have to rely on emulators like BlueStacks, and that's where the problem starts. Emulators consume a ton of RAM and CPU because they have to simulate an entire Android system running inside Windows. Phoenix OS takes a completely different approach. It runs Android natively on the hardware, removing that extra layer entirely. And that means lower latency, higher FPS, and a much smoother experience, much closer to what you'd get on a real mobile device. Now here's the interesting part. In terms of actual usage, Phoenix OS and Windows aren't as different as you might think. Both offer a desktop-style interface. You get a taskbar, a start menu, and the ability to open multiple windows at once. You can still use a mouse and keyboard, drag and drop files, and manage everything just like you would on a normal PC. So in simple terms, Phoenix OS keeps the familiar Windows experience, but swaps the core with Android. And that's exactly what makes it such a smart option when you're trying to squeeze more performance out of low-end hardware without sacrificing usability. Alright, no more talking. Let's get straight into it. Right now, I'm going to install Phoenix OS on this Dell Optiplex 3060 and see if we get any surprises. First things first, I need the installation files. I head over to the official Phoenix OS website and download the version based on Android 7.1. Next up, a very familiar tool, Rufus. I've used this thing countless times, and of course I'll need my 16GB USB drive. I open Rufus, select the Phoenix OSI SO file I just downloaded, choose the correct USB device, hit start, and wait for it to finish. Done. Now I plug the bootable USB into my Dell, power it on, enter the boot menu, and select the USB. A black screen shows up. Well, here I choose the second option to install Phoenix OS onto the hard drive. Next, a blue screen with a small window appears. I select the target partition where I want to install the OS and format it to ext4. After that, I select the partition for our EFI and the bootloader, hit yes, and let the installation run. Since Phoenix OS is pretty lightweight, this part is actually quite fast. Alright, installation complete. I hit reboot, remove the USB, and now the system boots straight into Phoenix OS. System initializing, please wait. And here we go. Welcome to Phoenix OS. I select the language, accept the terms, set up Ethernet/Wi-Fi, create a username, and boom, we're in. The interface looks surprisingly familiar. It's got a desktop layout, app icon, windowed apps, and even a taskbar, actually very similar to Microsoft Windows. Out of the box, we already have Google Play Store settings, file manager browser, text editor, and a bunch of built-in apps. The settings menu is clean and easy to navigate, everything organized into clear categories with icons. Let's check system info real quick. We've got the Optiplex 3060, Phoenix OS version, Android 7.1. Everything looks good. Apps seem to run smoothly, no obvious issues so far. I jump into the Play Store to see what's available. Yep, plenty of familiar apps here. And this file manager? Honestly, it's pretty cool. Everything runs in resizable windows, almost like a hybrid between Android and Windows. It feels both new and strangely familiar at the same time. Let me try changing the wallpaper real quick. Nice. There are already a few built-in options to choose from. So far, I'm actually impressed. Alright, everything's looking pretty good so far. Now it's time for the real test, gaming performance on Phoenix OS. Let's see what actually changes when we switch software on the exact same hardware. First up, I tested Minecraft Pocket Edition on Phoenix OS. Since Phoenix is based on Android 7.1, this version uses the Bedrock engine, which is much better optimized for lighter hardware. The core gameplay is still the same. Survival, building, everything you expect. But performance is on a completely different level. Loading is faster, FPS is more stable, and mouse plus keyboard support works surprisingly well. When I pushed the render distance all the way to 17 chunks, the maximum for this version, the game still held 65 to 70 frames per second consistently. Almost no stutter, no noticeable input lag. Honestly, it felt incredibly smooth, nearly double the performance compared to running Java Edition on Windows, with the same setup. Next, I moved on to Dead Cells, and this is where things got really interesting. Playing on Phoenix OS actually felt better than on Windows. Even though this is the Android version, the visuals and gameplay remain intact. FPS stayed above 100 consistently, and those small stutters during combat, completely gone. Everything felt fluid and responsive. Exactly what you want from a fast-paced action game like this. After installing Phoenix OS on the Dell Optiplex 3060 with an Intel Core i3 8100 and 8GB RAM, the difference is very clear. The system feels lighter, smoother, and more responsive compared to Windows. The desktop-style interface also means there's almost no learning curve, but most importantly, performance is noticeably improved, especially when running Android apps or lighter games. Everything is more stable, with far fewer stutters. That said, Phoenix OS isn't perfect. Because it's based on Android 7, it's quite outdated. Some newer apps and games may not work properly, or won't run at all. The software ecosystem is also more limited compared to Windows, especially for PC games and professional applications. But overall, it's still a very interesting and worthwhile option. If you're trying to bring an old PC back to life, Phoenix OS is definitely something you should consider. And that's my full experience with Phoenix OS today. Would you give it a try? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next challenge.